Eccentric and blunt, the walrus Harisha Okuro lives a relatively normal life. He drives a taxi for a living, and there he meets several unique individuals: the jobless Takashi Kawashina, who is dead set on going viral, the mysterious Mino Sakaria, and the struggling comedic duo Homo sapiens and Domo, a well-known delinquent. But Odako's simple way of living is about to be turned upside down. The case of the missing girl the police have been tracking leads back to him, and now both the Yakuza and now a duo of corrupt cops are on his tail. Set in a strange familiar city filled with unusual individuals, Odd Taxi is a bizarre story about a humble taxi driver and the mystery of a lost high school student. This anime has about 13 episodes, premiered April 6, 2021 to June 29, 2021. Genre is mystery based off an original series. It is 23 minutes per episode, rated PG-13, and theme is Anne from Warmbrick, and it has a movie called Odd Taxi Movie in the Woods. Let's get started into the review. I said Odd Taxi ultimately exceeded my expectation because it was in my watch list and it just caught my eye because I'm like, what does Odd Taxi look like? And hands down, like Odd Taxi has been one of the most thrilling anime of last year because, I was like, it's gonna be interesting because, it looks like a anime version of Zootopia, but different. It's more of a dark, gritty feel. And I feel, why not try it out? So, as I said in the summary, Odd Taxi is about, a 40-year-old taxi driver who is a walrus, and who has really well-known social skills. Like, he talks to customers, they talk to him, but he doesn't try to converse with them, who seems to be kind of alone, doesn't talk much about his family, but he does strike up conversation with his customers every now and then, including, a very sad college student who wants to go viral, a nurse hiding a secret, a very unsuccessful comedian, and an up-and-coming island, just so many other characters that come into his taxi. And these conversations often lead him to discuss the girl who has gone missing. Now, if you're thinking of it, why does the title have on it? Given the very abrupt title, it could possibly mean multiple things and be very subtle in the message that's trying to get across. But I feel like in general, when you think of Odd Taxi, especially in this anime, when you're watching it, nothing happens out of coincidence. Everything's entwined together, one way or another. Even the smallest way brings the setting characters together for such a interesting event. Like, don't blink or you might miss a beat. You have to rewind to miss what happen in those last 2 seconds if you look away. So I think you better buckle up and sit tight, folks, for this review, because I think, before anything else, with Odd Taxi, just all the characters interlook with each other, and I think that the character designs are really well developed and the script is very well written, along with the music that's tied into that. I think also another great element of Odd Taxi is the excellent voice actors who portray all the characters that they're assigned to, especially the walrus taxi driver. His voice is very subtle, but also very calm. It's not rough to the point. It's just very mellow, but straight to the point. And I think overall, if you want to have a much better understanding of Odd Taxi, think of it as playing hooky from school. And I feel, for the most, when you're watching it, there's a lot of scenes that you take into consideration because you have to watch carefully, because if you miss it for a second, you're missing subtle clues that will help lead up to the final event of this entire anime. When you think you figured it out, you don't really, because the anime also throws you for a loop. With that being said, with all the characters interacting with each other, they cross paths one way or another, and then when you think you truly figured it out, you really haven't. And then when you have the other cast of characters who are integrated their way in and transition in a way, you think, oh, here's another piece of information that I'm being thrown in for a loop, and then you think you have it all figured out until bam, you don't. And it's kind of interesting because how this anime kind of keeps you on your toes, you keep on guessing more and more, and that's how you keep craving more and more, because you want to figure out, are we finally get the answers to the missing high school girl? Are we going to get answers to, more of this walrus guys? Family relations. Are we going to see, some characters fall in love? Are we going to see, some relations not work out? Are we going to see this comedic duo be successful in their comedy skits? Are we? Only time will tell, especially when you keep watching the anime further and further. There's more insight than there is anything, but I think overall, you want a good suspenseful anime like Odd Taxi is this. I thought it would be just solely focusing on the taxi driver and how he did his route and did routine, but no, it was more that. It delves more into the characters, his customers, and basically himself. But definitely check out Odd Taxi if you haven't already, and I give it a 9 out of 10. Check it out and let me know what you think. But until then, see you later. Bye!